Hey, Shira Lazar with CBSNews.com. I'm right now talking to Antoine Dodson in Alabama. Now, some of you might know him from a news report done where he was interviewed about his sister who was attacked. That later became a viral sensation on YouTube through something called Auto-Tune the News. So now people are looking at you as a YouTube star, Antoine?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But is it cool that it was based around something that was obviously done a horrible thing to your sister and family?
Yeah, the situation, it was scary, you know what I'm saying? But we're the family. We just dust our shoulders off and keep it moving. Yeah, we're going to let the police handle their business as far as the situation, but we're not going to cry and play victim if that's what everybody wants us to do or not.
All right, so tell people what happened exactly.
Well, I was laying on my sister's couch around 2 o'clock doing Facebook. 2:37 was my last text. Around 3:10, I heard my sister screaming and hollering. So I jumped up off her couch and ran to her room. The door was locked. So after a while playing with it, I opened the door, and this guy was standing over on top of my sister with his hands around her neck, choking her.
And then what did you do?
I busted the door open, and I was like, get off my sister, and snatched him, and we ended up going into the hallway. He ran into the hallway wall or whatever and did some snake move and ran into our kitchen.
And so you scared him away, but then the next day reporters came to the scene. Am I right? And that's where the interview happened?
Yeah, they actually came earlier that morning. This was 3 o'clock in the morning, so they was there about 10, 11 o'clock earlier that day.
And so you were obviously willing to talk. Did you realize how people would react to your reaction and the way you were answering these questions?
At the time, I really didn't care because I was so angry and I didn't want this to get swept under the rug, so I felt like I should have just put it out there like it was.
So it's something that obviously affected you and you were really mad and angry about. However, it's become something that people are amused by. So that does not bother you at all?
It did at first. But after a while, you know what I'm saying? When I started seeing that people was doing other stuff with it, it was like, wow, this is cool. A blessing came out of, you know what I'm saying, a bad situation. It was a blessing in disguise. So.
And once that video went, the first news video, did you see it starting to go viral? Were you watching it?
Yeah, that night it had aired on TV at 5 o'clock. And so somebody called me around 8 or 9 o'clock and was like, it's on YouTube. So that night we watched it grow because people still wasn't getting to sleep.
Okay, and then from there, did you realize how big it had gotten?
No, I didn't even really care at first because the situation was still fresh or whatever. So the next day we started getting all these emails and people calling us talking about there was agents and lawyers and stuff. And that's when we realized this was serious.
Did you get agents calling you?
Yes. My number was posted on Facebook at first.
Okay. And then the whole auto-tune the news thing happened.
So hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Which really catapulted it into something much bigger.
Yes.
So tell me how you were involved with that. Did they reach out to you at all, or you just somehow discovered it online?
No, they reached out to us and they was like, hey, I got this cool idea. You know what I'm saying? You want to put it on iTunes? We can make it a 3-minute and 28-second song and put it on iTunes. It was like, yeah, I like that deal. You know, what's going on? So.
And were you surprised at the reaction and how they put it all together?
Yes, because it's so cool. I really like that song. Like, my family liked it too. You know, we listen to it. It's all our ringtones.
You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run.
And what are you trying to do with all of this attention right now?
I just want to be the voice of people who've gone through similar situations that has gotten their case swept under the rug. And I feel like now I have that opportunity, and that's what I'm going to do. So,
but how do you do that with something like YouTube? How do you really make a difference? Some people might say, oh, you're just another, you know, trying to make fun of and light of a situation. How do you really make a difference with something like this?
Actually, it's just explaining to people, because most of my fans are victims of rape or, you know what I'm saying, molestation or whatever. And they reach out to me anyway, and I just talk to them and I comfort them, you know what I'm saying? I try to explain the ways that I dealt with it because I'm a rape victim myself. So.
All right, so it's obviously something that's very close to home for you. So you're ready to take initiative and become part of this.
Exactly.
And you're now raising money through the song that's on iTunes right now?
Yes.
So where's that money going?
It's going to benefit me and my family getting a new house